Hello, daveymismanige here. And last night, we saw the Hollywood division of the LAPD showing what they do when they get a little frustrated. Certain organizations, like Scientology, obviously, and like many police organizations, do not like it when they are defied. Defiance is not respected, and it is treated badly. It is something that makes them seek revenge. So last night, the LAPD, they had a plan. And that plan was to take some protesters off the streets. But not only take them off the streets, but take them off the streets for days because it's a 3-day weekend. And when they showed up to arrest people in front of La Poubelle restaurant, yesterday, Friday, the 16th of February, 2024, just in case somebody's watching this long into the future, they knew who they were going for. They had done their homework. And, yeah, they had a plan. They had targets. And the thing is, the anti-Scientology protests, because of who started this last wave, are very linked, rightly so, not bitching about it, but Streets, LA, William Good, started off as somebody who followed the police to keep them adhering to their own policies. And the police don't like a lot of scrutiny if they can possibly avoid it. So they take measures to make sure that scrutiny is not applied to them. One of those measures is lock them up. Use an excuse, any excuse, to lock up the protesters. So the number one method that we have seen used consistently by the LAPD against the protesters, the Squirrel Squad, is when protesters, I was going to say have the protesters attacked and then, but let's not even assume that. When protesters are attacked, arrest the protester. Arrest the victim and give deference to the attacker. Interesting. Very interesting strategy, LAPD, Hollywood Division. Why would that be the strategy? Could it be that we are encouraging attackers and discouraging victims from reporting their attacks? Aaron got attacked, and then he was arrested, although later on they claimed that was not an arrest. No. How could you think that was an arrest? Just being locked up, handcuffed to a bench for hours and hours, that doesn't count as arrested. being locked into a bathroom in a police station. Can you think of a nastier place to spend your free time? And now we have somebody arrested for being attacked by a dog, arrested for inciting the dog. Rather than arrest the person who owns the dog for not controlling the dog, no. We're going to arrest an anti-Scientology protester. Or, if you happen to get attacked while protesting, you get arrested for being attacked. And that's what happened to 3 of us last night. So what's it really all about? What it's really all about is we're going to show you not to mess with us. We're going to show you what we can do. We're tired of taking your shit out there on the streets of LA. And so we are going to flex our muscles a little bit. We're going to show you the implications of your choices. And so now, Saturday afternoon, we have protesters sitting in jail, probably for another few days. Because, hey, nothing we can do now. It's a long weekend. Oh, well. As if that wasn't predetermined. But when these things happen a lot of times, they put you in the position where you look like the conspiracy theorist. And they say, I don't know what you're talking about. And that's just another part of the psyop. So, we have 3 organizations now that seem to be following the same playbook. And I'm sure there are more. We have the returning champion, Scientology. And then we have the LAPD, the recurring champion. And we have a new contender, La Poubelle restaurant. And isn't it interesting how they can all coalesce and form an alliance against people whose methods are First Amendment protest and whose goals are basically we would like you as an establishment not to be supporting rapists wholeheartedly. That's our request. And after you do it, well, we're going to make a little noise about it. Sure you wouldn't mind. But they do mind. Now, if they would say, hey, he really told us he was innocent. We believed him. We'd known him for 30 years and we never knew anything about this. And please, sorry, and whatever. And we've donated X amount of dollars to the victim fund and whatnot. Then we would be looking like the a-holes for not forgiving. And that would be a smart PR move. And I am available for $1,000 an hour consultation to all 3 groups, with a minimum of 20 hours, of course, to consult you on your PR moves, because you need to get slicker. We could see you. We can see you. See that? See that gaze? And I didn't even learn that in Scientology. Can you believe it? So, now we have freedom fighters in jail. Nothing new there. And we have an axis of evil. Scientology, LAPD, and La Poubelle. So, nice to know where everybody is and whose side everybody's on and all of that. It's good to know. Useful, helpful, clarifying. And so now, guess who's not going to go away? Protesters. Guess who's going to be a little bit more energized than ever before? Protesters. And guess who's going to look worse and have PR failure after failure after failure? The axis of evil. Scientology, the LAPD, and now La Poubelle Restaurant. Welcome, La Poubelle. Welcome to this very elite club. You wanted to be famous. You wanted to get a little of that celebrity stardust rubbing off on you. It worked. Now you're famous. Now everybody's going to know about La Poubelle. Just like everybody's learning about the LAPD and Scientology. We are in the midst of global change fueled by the internet. The old tricks of these control-based organizations, funny to be calling a restaurant that, but you know, that's the alliance they joined, what can I say? So, these groups are using old methods that no longer work, if they ever did. And these methods are being exposed in real time to a worldwide audience. And there is a feedback loop. So, my recommendation is for everybody just to get right with the truth. Let's start with the basics. Scientology's a cult. Scientology engages in human trafficking, abuses its members, and does a lot of bad stuff. And anybody that wants to align themselves with a group, excuse me, sorry, I'm allergies. Excuse me. Anybody that wants to align themselves with this kind of group risks reputational damage. And you know what? For the LAPD, like Scientology, there's not much they can do. They could either quit or keep going. They don't really have any other settings, and the quit setting is kind of by default, but it's not something they're ever choosing, except individual Scientologists are choosing it on a daily basis and voting with their feet. But the police, hey, you guys could switch into good PR in a heartbeat. All you got to do is admit to your crimes, quit breaking the law, and quit being the allies of cults and other negative entities out here in this beautiful city. Okay, police, all we need for you to do is to stop the crime. Have you ever thought of that? Stop the crime. Okay, when you guys roll up with 5 police cars because somebody hurt somebody's feelings, that's at least, at minimum, 4 police cars that didn't need to be there that could be out at least deterring crime, if not stopping it. But no, you would rather show up with 5, 6, whatever, police cars, doing no visible work or investigation of any kind, just kind of stand around for half an hour and then leave. Until you come in quite efficient and swoop in and you know exactly who you want to arrest and you do it. That took preparation. That was highly planned. And so imagine if you did other things out in the community that saved people from being attacked on the streets, for example. The police are in the best position, them and the firemen, but firemen don't start all this bullshit. Okay, the police are in the best position to have good PR. They could just be our heroes, defending the weak against the evil. How about that? To protect and serve. To protect and serve Scientology? Or the rest of us? Well, the choice has been made, and Scientology has been the beneficiary of that choice. But I am urging the LAPD to reconsider that choice, please. Come on over to our side and stand against cults. Stand against human traffickers. Don't go to their events and sing your little songs. And don't even accept their money for your charities, or if you do, do it quietly under the table. No pictures. Take their money. I got no problem anybody taking their money, but it seems that people that do take their money end up paying. So you might think it's the protesters that are paying right now, sitting in their cells, but no. It's the LAPD that's paying, and the currency of this payment is their reputation. Why can't we have a world where the police focus on the criminals and not propping up evil organizations? Am I naive? Or is that just a smart idea for the LAPD and any other such organizations? The era of Scientology, the era of control, the era of thinking you can bullshit the masses is swiftly coming to an end. I would urge the LAPD to come on over to our side and get on the right side of history. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, are you just evil? Is your corruption that important to you? It can't be that fun. Come on, be real. There's plenty of other people that could pay you to do security work besides Scientology. So consider what I'm saying. I'm not saying it from any huge negative place. I think I'm being very reasonable. There's no future in evil, because most people, when they see the evil on YouTube, they're not on the side of the evil. Newsflash. So get on the good side of things. And you might be surprised. Life's more fun over here. Just like life's more fun out of Scientology than in Scientology. And nowadays, life is much more fun at any other restaurant in LA than La Poubelle. Not a great dining experience these days, and it probably won't be for the foreseeable future. And that's the fault of La Poubelle. So, think about it. Thanks for watching.